0 calories. But how can it taste this sweet? We drink sugar-free sodas, chew sugarless gum, enjoy low-calorie desserts. Yet the sweetness is still there. Where does it come from? Hidden inside many of these products is something called an artificial sweetener. We know sugar is linked to obesity, diabetes, and heart disease. But even with that knowledge, it's hard to let go of sweetness. Why? Because our brains are wired to crave it. Sweetness feels like a reward, something comforting and addictive. To solve this, the food industry looked for an alternative. The result? Sweeteners that are hundreds of times sweeter than sugar, with almost no calories. And little to no impact on blood sugar. Take aspartame, for instance. It's about 200 times sweeter than sugar and widely used in diet sodas. It contains a tiny amount of calories, but the amount used is so small, it's considered calorie-free. However, it does include phenylalanine, which people with a rare disorder called phenylketonuria, PKU, must avoid. Another example is sucralose, a modified sugar molecule that's around 600 times sweeter. It isn't absorbed by the body and is heat-stable, making it a popular choice for baking and instant drinks. Saccharin is one of the oldest sweeteners, 300 to 500 times sweeter than sugar. It was once controversial due to cancer concerns in animal studies, but today, it's considered safe for human use by global health agencies. Other common sweeteners include acesulfame K, often blended with others to balance its slight bitterness, and neotame, which is thousands of times sweeter than sugar, and used in very small amounts. You'll find these sweeteners everywhere. In sodas, yogurt, protein bars, even toothpaste and children's medicine. Sweetness has become almost invisible, yet unavoidable. But here's the real question: are these sweeteners truly safe? Most have been approved by major health organizations, the FDA, WHO, EFSA, and are considered safe when consumed within daily intake limits. Still, some studies raise new questions. In animal experiments, certain sweeteners like saccharin or sucralose were shown to affect gut bacteria, which might influence metabolism or blood sugar control. But in humans, the evidence is inconsistent, and no firm conclusions have been reached. Some researchers also suggest that artificial sweeteners could confuse our appetite signals. Because they trigger sweetness without calories, our brains might respond by increasing hunger or cravings. Again, this effect seems to vary from person to person, and isn't fully understood. A few people report side effects like headaches, insomnia, or heart palpitations. But these reactions are rare and usually limited to individuals with specific sensitivities. So, what's the takeaway? Artificial sweeteners may be a less harmful option than sugar. But they're not perfect. Relying on them too much could lead to effects we don't fully understand yet. Maybe the healthiest choice is learning to enjoy life with a little less sweetness. We see sugar-free on the label and feel safe. But knowing what's behind that label, that's how we make smarter, healthier decisions. 0 calories. But is it really okay?